The blue-white sphere of Earth hung peacefully in the darkness of space, unaware that everything was about to change. Dr. Jin stared at her computer screen, rubbing tired eyes as strange patterns flickered across it. For 3 nights straight, her observatory had picked up unusual signals from the direction of Alpha Centauri. "This can't be right," she muttered, running the analysis again. The pattern repeated, too precise to be natural. Dr. Jin's hands trembled as she reached for her phone to call the director. 6 months later, humanity gathered around screens worldwide as the first alien ship entered Earth orbit. The vessel dwarfed anything humans had built, its sleek design suggesting technology centuries beyond Earth's capabilities. Ambassador Seo-Yun smoothed her formal jacket, breathing deeply to calm her nerves. As Earth's chosen representative, the weight of humanity's future rested on her shoulders. The shuttle carrying her diplomatic team approached the massive alien vessel. "Remember," she told her team, "we represent all of Earth today." The landing bay was enormous, filled with strange technologies that hummed with power. A delegation of aliens waited, tall beings with iridescent skin and 4 arms. Their leader stepped forward. "I am High Counselor Day of the Galactic Council," the translator device rendered in slightly mechanical speech. "We welcome Earth to the galactic community." Seo-Yan bowed respectfully. "Earth is honored to meet our cosmic neighbors." The aliens led them through corridors of materials unlike anything on Earth, eventually reaching an enormous chamber where representatives from dozens of species waited. Some looked almost human, others defied description. "The Council has monitored your progress for centuries," Dai explained, gesturing to screens showing Earth's history. "You have finally achieved sufficient development for contact." Minho, Earth's leading quantum engineer, noticed several alien representatives exchanging what appeared to be amused glances. During the formal presentations, Earth's team proudly shared their technological achievements. When Minho described his new quantum engine design, a ripple of what could only be laughter spread through the chamber. "Is something funny?" Minho asked. An alien with purple skin and 6 eyes spoke. "Forgive us. Your approach is quaint. Most species abandon such inefficient methods during their early development." Counselor Day raised a hand for quiet. "Your technology is impressive for your stage of development, but you have much to learn." The meetings continued for 3 days. Earth's team grew increasingly uncomfortable as it became clear the Council viewed humans as primitive newcomers barely worth serious consideration. On the final day, Day presented the Council's terms. "Earth will be classified as a Category 3 civilization. You will receive limited technological assistance and protection in exchange for resource access rights and compliance with Council directives." Seo-Yan read between the lines. Earth would become a protectorate, almost a colony. "We need time to consider these terms," she replied carefully. "Of course," Day smiled, "though I should mention that all Category 3 civilizations eventually accept. The benefits far outweigh the small sacrifices of sovereignty." Back on Earth, the team reported to world leaders in a secured facility beneath Seoul. "They think we're children," Minho fumed, pacing the room. "They laughed at my engine design." General Min, who had remained quiet throughout the Council visit, finally spoke. "Did anyone notice how they organized their military vessels? Their weapon systems? While they were busy mocking us, I was watching them." Director June nodded thoughtfully. "They expect us to be grateful for their scraps. They've grown complacent." Seo-Yan studied the proposed agreement. "We need to appear cooperative while we prepare alternatives. They don't need to know what we're really doing." In the months that followed, Earth maintained diplomatic relations while secretly establishing Project Phoenix. Deep beneath mountains and oceans, humanity's brightest minds worked tirelessly, combining Earth's primitive approaches with innovations the Council had overlooked. Minho redesigned his quantum engine, incorporating principles the aliens had dismissed. Test pilot Yoon reported that the prototype ship achieved speeds the Council claimed impossible for Earth technology. When the Council's observer Taiho visited official facilities, he saw exactly what they expected: humans struggling with basic technologies. He never suspected the truth happening behind closed doors. They think we're harmless, June told his team after Taiho's departure, and that will be their biggest mistake. 100 meters beneath the mountains of Jeju Island, Director June walked through the steel doors of Project Phoenix. Identity. Scanners confirmed his retina, fingerprints, and voice patterns before the final door hissed open. The air smelled of metal and determination. Status report, he called out to the busy chamber filled with Earth's greatest minds. Chief Scientist Hana looked up from her workstation. We've doubled the efficiency of Minho's quantum engine. The Council thinks such improvements would take us decades. June nodded with satisfaction. 6 months had passed since Earth's humiliating introduction to the Galactic Council. On the surface, humanity had accepted its role as a Category 3 civilization. World leaders smiled politely at Council representatives while signing agreements that essentially made Earth a resource colony. But underground, a different story unfolded. Show me the combat simulator results, June said, approaching the central platform. General Min activated the holographic display. We've been studying Council battle tactics. They rely heavily on overwhelming force and advanced technology, but their patterns are predictable. They haven't fought a real war in 300 years. The simulation showed Council ships moving in perfect formation, following textbook maneuvers. And here's our response, Min continued, revealing a chaotic but purposeful strategy that confused and separated the alien forces. Test pilot Yoon entered the chamber, still wearing her flight suit. The XF-1 prototype reached Jupiter and back in under 3 hours, she announced. The stealth systems worked perfectly. Council monitoring satellites didn't detect a thing. June allowed himself a small smile. The Council believes we're still struggling to reach Mars efficiently. Across the facility, teams worked on different aspects of Earth's secret defense plan. In one section, engineers improved weapon systems by combining Council principles with human innovation. In another, programmers developed viruses that could infiltrate alien computer systems. The facility entrance chimed, signaling an important arrival. Everyone tensed until the doors opened to reveal Ambassador Seoyeon. Council observer Taiho requests another inspection tour tomorrow, she announced. Standard protocol. He wants to see how we're implementing Council technology. June nodded. He'll see exactly what we want him to see. The next morning, the official Earth Technology Integration Center welcomed Taiho. This above-ground facility was carefully designed to match Council expectations. Most impressive, Taiho commented, watching human scientists struggle with basic Council devices. You've made adequate progress for 6 months. Minho, playing his role perfectly, demonstrated a flawed engine design. We're having trouble understanding the power regulation principles, he explained, feigning frustration. Don't worry, Taiho patted Minho's shoulder condescendingly. It took the Zarkonians nearly 50 years to master these concepts. You're doing well for primates who only recently discovered space travel. Minho forced a grateful smile while mentally calculating how his actual engine, hidden below, could outperform Taiho's personal ship by several factors. After the inspection, Taiho transmitted his report to the Council. Humans are adapting slowly but acceptably to provided technologies. They remain no threat and show appropriate gratitude for Council guidance. That evening, Director June called an emergency meeting. The Council Mining Corporation has received permission to begin operations in our asteroid belt. They start next month, Seoyeon frowned. The agreement specified they would wait at least 2 years before resource extraction. They don't respect agreements with primitive species, General Min said bitterly. June's expression hardened. Then it's time we accelerated our timeline. Minho, how soon can we deploy the prototype fleet? 4 months minimum, the engineer replied. We're still testing the shield integration. You have 2 months, June said firmly. If they're starting to take resources now, they'll soon want more. In the testing chamber, pilot Yoon climbed into the sleek XF-1 fighter. Unlike the bulky Council ships, Earth's craft were smaller, faster, and incorporated unconventional technologies. The simulator began, recreating a Council patrol vessel. Yoon's ship vanished from sensors, reappearing behind. The patrol vessel. In a real fight, the Council ship would never know what hit it. Perfect, General Min noted. Their sensors can't track our thermal signature. Later that night, June stood alone on the observation deck, watching the stars. Somewhere up there, Council ships moved through space, confident in their superiority. They had no idea what awaited them. His communicator chimed. "Director," Hana's voice came through. "We've just had a breakthrough with the shield technology. You need to see this." June smiled. Earth wasn't just building defenses. They were preparing to shock the entire galaxy. The massive Zarkonian mining ship cast a long shadow across the asteroid belt as it positioned its drills. Smaller vessels swarmed around it like worker bees, marking resource-rich asteroids with beacons. None of their sensors detected the tiny Earth observation probe watching from behind a distant rock. Inside Earth's hidden command center, Ambassador Seo Yeon watched the live feed with growing anger. "They promised to notify us before starting any extraction operation. This violates 3 separate agreements." Director June nodded grimly. The Council never intended to honor those agreements. To them, we're just another primitive world to exploit. The mining operation expanded rapidly over the next 2 weeks. Soon, entire asteroids were being broken apart and processed. Earth sent formal protests through official channels, but received only vague responses about scheduling errors and promises to review the situation. "They're not even bothering to take our complaints seriously," Seo-yeon said after receiving the latest dismissive message. General Min studied the tactical display. "The mining fleet has minimal military protection, just 2 patrol ships." "They don't think they need more," June replied. "After all, what could primitives like us possibly do about it?" The room fell silent as everyone considered the implications. "Are we ready?" Seo-yeon finally asked. June looked to Min and Minho, who both nodded. "We have 4 operational vessels with the new quantum engines and shield technology," Minho reported. "Not what we planned, but enough for this mission." "Commander Hyun has been training his pilots in secret for months," Min added. "They're ready." June took a deep breath. "Then it's time to show the Council that Earth isn't as helpless as they think." 2 days later, 4 unmarked Earth ships approached the mining operation. Each was smaller than the Council patrol vessels but carried technology that no Category 3 civilization should possess. Commander Hyun led the squadron from the lead ship. "All vessels maintain radio silence. Engage stealth systems." The Earth ships vanished from conventional sensors as they closed in. Inside his cockpit, Hyun activated the communication system Minho had designed. "Attention, Zarkonian mining operation. You are conducting unauthorized resource extraction in Earth's solar system. You have 1 hour to cease operations and begin. Withdrawal." The response was immediate and dismissive. "This is Captain Lore of the Galactic Council. Earth has no authority to issue such demands. Return to your planet immediately or face consequences." Hyun smiled grimly. "We were hoping you'd say that." The Earth vessels suddenly appeared on Council sensors, much closer than should have been possible. Before the patrol ships could respond, Hyun's squadron executed a maneuver no Council tactician had ever seen, splitting into pairs that approached from opposite vectors, creating sensor confusion. "What are they doing?" Captain Lore demanded as alarms blared on his bridge. "These are just humans." The Earth ships fired precision warning shots across the mining vessel's bow, deliberately causing no damage but demonstrating unexpected accuracy. "Final warning," Hyun transmitted. "Withdraw or we will disable your operation." The Council patrol ships moved to intercept, firing energy weapons that should have destroyed the smaller Earth vessels. Instead, the shots dissipated against shields that shouldn't exist on human ships. "Impossible," Captain Lore shouted. "Their technology is at least Category 1 level." Hyun's squadron executed their attack plan perfectly. 2 ships disabled the patrol vessel's propulsion systems, while the others targeted the mining equipment with surgical precision. Within 15 minutes, the entire mining operation was immobilized without a single fatality. "We have left your life support and communication systems intact," Hyun informed the stunned Council forces. You have vessels capable of returning your personnel to Council space. Take them and go. On the Council homeworld, the emergency session grew heated as Captain Lore's report was delivered. This is outrageous. Military Advisor Quan slammed his fist on the table. Humans using technology they shouldn't possess, attacking Council operations. High Counselor Day appeared troubled. Perhaps we should reevaluate. No, Quan interrupted. This is exactly what happens when we're too lenient with primitive species. They become emboldened. The humans must be taught their place in the galactic order. After hours of debate, the Council voted. Earth would face a disciplinary action, a show of force to remind them of their proper position. Back on Earth, the successful defense team celebrated their victory, unaware of the Council's decision. You should have seen their faces when our shields held. Hyun laughed, recounting the mission. Only Director June remained serious. This was just the beginning, he warned. The Council won't accept this challenge to their authority. They'll respond with force. General Min nodded. Let them come. Thanks to Project Phoenix, we'll be ready. As he spoke, sensors detected a large Council fleet assembling near Alpha Centauri. The real test was about to begin. The Council fleet emerged from hyperspace just beyond Earth's moon, a formation of 97 warships led by the massive dreadnought Inevitable Victory. On its bridge, Admiral Zircon studied the blue planet with cold confidence. Primitive world, he remarked to his officers. They will surrender once they see our full strength. Earth's leaders gathered in the underground command center as the alien armada approached. Early warning systems had detected their arrival minutes earlier. They've brought enough firepower to glass half our continent, General Min noted, studying the tactical display. Director June remained calm. Exactly as we predicted. They're expecting us to be overwhelmed and surrender immediately. President Yuna addressed the room. Is Earth truly ready for this? We can still attempt diplomacy. They're not here for diplomacy, Seo Yan replied, grimly. If we show weakness now, Earth will be a Council slave world for generations. The decision was made. Earth would stand and fight. Admiral Zircon's communication appeared on screens worldwide. His four-armed form towered over his subordinates, voice translated into all Earth languages. People of Earth, your recent aggression against Council operations cannot be tolerated. Surrender your military capabilities and accept Council authority, or face immediate disciplinary action. To his surprise, the response came not from cowering politicians but from Lieutenant G, commanding Earth's orbital defense platform. Admiral Zircon, Earth acknowledges your message. Our response follows. Without warning, 6 Earth vessels appeared. From behind the moon, using the quantum engines to achieve speeds the Council believed impossible. Unlike the tiny ships that had confronted the mining operation, these were proper warships, sleek, deadly, and closing fast. On the Dreadnought's bridge, confusion spread. How did they build such vessels? An officer exclaimed. Our intelligence indicated. I don't care what intelligence indicated. Zircon snapped. Destroy those ships. The Council fleet fired, expecting quick victories. Instead, Earth vessels executed maneuvers that defied conventional tactics. They didn't form proper battle lines or maintain predictable distances. They fought like no species the Council had ever encountered. Their pattern makes no sense, Zircon's tactical officer complained. It's like fighting chaos itself. Lieutenant G coordinated Earth's defense from her command chair. Execute Formation Thunder, she ordered. The Earth vessels separated, each targeting a specific Council ship using attack patterns developed by General Min. Earth's weapons struck with unexpected precision, targeting propulsion and weapon systems while avoiding life support, a mercy the Council hadn't planned to show Earth. As the first Council vessels lost power, Zircon's rage grew. Impossible. No Category 3 civilization could. He stopped, mid-sentence as alarms blared. Sir, our systems are being compromised, his technology officer reported. Some kind of infiltration program is overriding our security protocols. This was Minho's contribution to the battle. While Earth fought in space, his virus infiltrated Council networks, temporarily disabling targeting systems and communications. 4. 20 minutes chaos reigned. Council ships, accustomed to fighting organized enemies with predictable tactics, found themselves outmaneuvered by vessels that seemed to ignore conventional battle doctrine. Admiral Zircon watched in disbelief as a third of his fleet drifted powerless. Earth had targeted engines and weapons with surgical precision but left life support untouched. The message was clear. They could have killed, but chose not to. Full retreat, he finally ordered, his voice hollow. All functioning vessels, protective, formation around disabled ships, return to Council space immediately. As the remaining Council vessels gathered their wounded, Lieutenant G opened a communication channel. Admiral Zircon, your fleet is permitted to withdraw. Take this message to your Council. Earth is not a Category 3 civilization. We are not your subjects or your resource colony. We are your equals, and we demand to be treated as such. The defeated Council fleet limped away, leaving Earth's orbit for the safety of deep space. In the command center, celebration was tempered with the knowledge that this was only the beginning. They'll be back, General Min warned. With a larger force next time. Director June nodded. We've shown them we can fight, but not yet that. We can win a prolonged conflict. President Yuna studied the battle reports. How many of our vessels were lost? None, G reported. 2 sustained damage but remain operational. The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Earth had just defeated a Council battle fleet without losing a single ship. They've underestimated us from the beginning, Seoyan said quietly, and they're about to make that mistake one last time. Across the galaxy, Admiral Zircon made his report to a stunned Council. These humans, they don't fight like any species we've encountered. They fight like they have nothing to lose and everything to gain. We must prepare accordingly. 3 weeks after Earth's unexpected victory, the largest Council armada ever assembled entered the solar system. 500 warships, including 20 dreadnoughts, moved in perfect formation toward the blue planet. This time, the Council wasn't taking chances. From her command ship Defiance, Admiral Yoon watched the tactical display as the enemy approached. Once a test pilot, she now commanded Earth's defense fleet of 60 vessels, all humanity could produce in the short time available. They've brought enough firepower to destroy Earth 3 times over, her tactical officer reported. Yoon's face remained calm. Numbers aren't everything. Is Minho's system ready? Final checks complete, came the response from Earth's command center. Project Phoenix is fully operational. Throughout the solar system, hidden generators activated, creating a web of quantum fields that had been Minho's secret masterwork. For months, while officially struggling with basic Council technology, he had been perfecting something revolutionary. The Council armada was led by Grand Admiral Kovarn, the most decorated military leader in 5 centuries. This time we will crush this upstart species completely, he told his commanders. No mercy, no prisoners. When the armada reached Mars orbit, Admiral Yoon opened communications. Council forces, this is your only warning. Withdraw from Earth's solar system or face the consequences. Laughter echoed through the Council command ship. Brave words from the doomed, Kovarn replied. Your species had potential. Pity it ends today. The battle began with a massive Council barrage that lit up space with energy weapons and torpedoes. Earth's ships scattered, following seemingly random patterns designed by General Min. Some Council shots found their targets, destroying 3 Earth vessels immediately. For the first hour, Earth appeared to be losing. Their smaller fleet couldn't match the Council's firepower. Admiral Yoon lost 15 ships while inflicting minimal damage on the enemy. Her face remained stoic as reports of casualties came in. On the Council flagship, confidence grew. They're desperate, Kovarn observed. Their tactics are failing. Sir, his second-in-command said hesitantly, don't you find it strange? They defeated Admiral Zircon, but now seem much weaker. Kovarn dismissed the concern. Zircon was incompetent. This battle shows their true capabilities. As the Council fleet pressed forward toward Earth, Admiral Yoon gave the signal everyone had been waiting for. Activate Phoenix. Across Earth's solar system, the hidden generators surged to full power. A quantum field rippled through space, invisible but all-encompassing. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then alarms blared throughout the Council fleet as ships began losing power. Weapon systems shut down, engines failed, communications went silent. "What's happening?" Kovarn demanded as his flagship's lights dimmed. Minho's system was deceptively simple yet brilliant. It didn't attack Council technology directly. It altered the quantum properties of space around each ship, making their power systems work against themselves. On the command channel, Minho finally explained his masterwork to the Council. "You laughed at our primitive approach to quantum mechanics. What you didn't realize was that we weren't wrong. We were exploring an entirely different path. Your technology depends on quantum principles you've taken for granted for millennia. We found the flaw in your foundation." The Council armada hung powerless in space as Earth's remaining ships surrounded them. Admiral Yoon addressed Grand Admiral Kovarn directly. "Your life support systems will remain functional for 72 hours. That should give you enough time to consider Earth's terms." For 3 days, the Council leaders debated furiously while their mighty armada drifted helplessly. In the end, they had no choice. Earth could have destroyed them all but had chosen restraint instead. 1 month later, High Counselor Day arrived at Earth personally to sign the recognition treaty. The ceremony took place in Seoul, broadcast to both Earth and Council worlds. The Galactic Council formally recognizes Earth as a Category 1 civilization with full sovereign rights. Day announced, his voice subdued. "Earth's technological innovations have earned our respect and admiration." President Yoon signed the document with quiet dignity. Earth seeks peaceful cooperation with all species, based on mutual respect. As the ceremony concluded, Minho found himself standing next to the Council's chief scientist who had once laughed at his quaint engine design. "How did we miss it?" the alien asked quietly. "How did we not see what you were capable of?" Minho smiled. "You saw exactly what you expected to see, a primitive species struggling to catch up. Your greatest weakness wasn't your technology, but your arrogance." As Earth took its rightful place among the stars, the story of how a primitive planet had humbled the mighty Galactic Council spread throughout the galaxy. Other subjugated worlds looked to Earth with new hope, and the Council learned a valuable lesson about judging a species by its apparent technological development rather than its potential for innovation. The mighty had been humbled, and the galaxy would never be the same.